Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Prema, working as an assistant professor in the Department of English, Krista Jayanti College. The topic for today's lecture is Telephone Conversation written by Old Soinka. Let me share the screen. Let us begin this lecture with the author's introduction. Old Soinka is a Nigerian playwright and political activist. He's the first one who received the Nobel Prize for Literature in Africa in the year 1986. He was born on 13 July 1934 in Western Nigeria, and he completed his graduation in the year 1954 from the University of Ibadan, and he completed his doctoral degree in the University of Leeds in 1933, and he spent almost 6 years in England when doing his doctoral dissertation. And then he returned back to Nigeria in the year 1960 at the age of 25. And again, he started learning about his own native drama, that is American African drama. And he started teaching drama in various universities such as Ibadan and Lagos and etc. And he worked as a professor of comparative literature from the year 1975. And he then later on he founded his own theater group called the 1960 Masks. And also he formulated his own theater company called Horizon in the year 1964. And he himself started producing plays, and also he acted in that plays. And apart from that, he was acting as an visiting professor at the University of Cambridge, Sheffield, and Yale. And he published more than 20 works, including drama, novels, and poetry. He writes in English, and his literary language is marked by great scope and richness of words. Let us pass on to the next slide, and continuously we can see his writings. And the first play during his time in London, that is The Swamp Dwellers and The Lion and the Jewel. The Lion and the Jewel was written in a light comedy, and it was performed in 1958 and 59. And finally, it was published in 1963. And the satirical comedies are listed below. The Trial of Brother Gero, A Dance of the Forest, Conway Harvest, Madmen and Specialists. So these are some of his remarkable satirical work. And also the philosophical plays included The Strong Breed, The Road, Death and the King's Horseman. And so apart from these works, the latest dramatic works are A Play of Giants and Requiem of Futurologist. And also he's a great novelist, and two of his remarkable novels are Interpreters and The Season of Anohim in the year 1973. And some of his childhood experience and his life during his imprisonment were reflected in his autobiographical works, such as The Man Died, Prison Moves, and also in Egg in the year 1981. And this poem, that is the telephone conversation, it was written in 1963, and it's a satire, and it satirizes the racism that was prevalent during his time. And so this poem is about the conversation. So from the title itself, we can understand that it's a telephonic conversation between a landlady and the speaker himself. The speaker is a black African, and the landlady is a white woman. And so, without knowing the complexion or rationality of the speaker, the landlady started conversing with him, and she was very happy to give away her apartment for rent. But at the same time, um, the speaker knows very well that he is a black African, and the white people, they will not give the apartment for the black people. So but he was at the same time, he was very satisfied with the surrounding, the atmosphere, and the rent is also is appropriate for him. So he want to confess himself about his background. And so after the landlady that she came to know about the background, the color of the speaker, there is a great change in the tone of the speaker himself. Let us analyze the poetical lines one by one. Here you can see the first two stanzas. Let us read and understand. The price seemed reasonable, location indifferent. The landlady swore she lived off premises. Nothing remained but self confession. Madam, I won't. I hate a wasted journey. I'm African. Silence. Silence transmission of pressurized good reading voice when it came. Lipstick coated, long gold rolled, cigarette holder piped, what I was falling. So this is the first stanza, and let us analyze that. Let us analyze the first stanza first. The first stanza, it talks about the location, about the price of the apartment, and the landlady who wants to give for the rental. And so we can understand the mentality of both the landlady as well as the speaker, one who is searching for the dwelling place. And the landlady was very happy to talk with the man to whom she's going to give the apartment. But at the same time, the speaker was reminded about his background and he wanted to confess himself, self confession. And also, we can see the location is also appropriate, the price is also reasonable for him. So, he wanted to continue his conversation with the landlady. So, at the same time, the landlady should not be disappointed, or he should not be disappointed after we came to know about the truth. So, he wants to confess himself that he is an African. So, finally, he confessed that I am African. So, after the confession, that there was a very great pause or silence that was prevalent. So from this, we can understand the mentality of the landlady. He was pressurized, means he was afflicted or he was tormented in her mind, in her thinking. After she came to know that the speaker was an African, and so the word pressurized good reading was used and voice when it came. And after some time, after analyzing that situation, she started talking about starting with the speaker. And so when she was talking with the speaker through the telephone, the speaker could identify, or the speaker could imagine himself about the physical appearance of the lady from the voice itself. So maybe the foreigners, they were used to use the cosmetics. So it is mentioned as lipstick coated, always using lipstick, and about the texture of the hair. It is golden color hair and it is rolled. Maybe it is curly hair, and then they have the habit of smoking. So it is used cigarette holder piped and caught I was holy. So finally, he confessed about his background, about his rationality. So the landlady came to know about his background. So it's a very shocking news for the landlady to hear that he is a black African. And also, further, we can see some words. How dark? Are you light or very dark in the next stanza? From that, we can understand she wants to identify what type of person or what type of complexion he has, whether he's very dark or light in complexion. So also, we can see from the first answer, we can understand it's in the form of casual tone. It's like a conversation between a two person, and also it's written in free verse. There is no punctuation used, and so no particular rhyme scheme and meter used here. And the poem, the poetical line flows, the meaning flows from one line to the another, and also it is in the form of conversation. Particularly, the poet has used enjambment, that is a poetical device. By using that, the meaning can flow from one line to the another line without any disturbance or without any pause. So, so especially the poet has used a technical device that is enjambment. With this, we'll conclude today's lesson. Let us continue the lesson in the next class. Thank you.